Hi, this is Chris Reddick with Chris Reddick Financial Planning. In this blog post, I talk about the Texas Prepaid Tuition versus the Texas College Savings Plan. All right, so there's two different options for college savings when you use a Texas plan. There's a prepaid tuition and the college savings. So I'll explain the difference between these two types of plans. But in order to understand the context, we need to know about the rising cost of college. So typically, the cost of a college education has exceeded inflation, so the general increase in the price level. So it could be around 5% per year going over the last 10 to 15 years. So for example, the cost of college at the University of Texas was almost $28,000 in 2019, 2020, and at the University of Texas. In Texas A&M, it was around $29,000, right? So overall, the cost of college is about $26,000, and that doesn't just include tuition; that includes room and board as well. So you're looking at cost in today's dollars. It could be around $30,000. So it's obviously it's very expensive without any type of scholarship or financial aid. So it's important to think about how to save for college. And if you use a Texas plan, and you can use 529 plans in any state. But if you decide to go with the one in Texas, you have two choices. You have the Texas Tuition Promise Fund. So basically, what the Promise Fund is prepaid tuition. So you pay the tuition in today's dollars. So you lock in the units in today's dollars. So the idea is that you're prepaying, and as a cost of education goes up, right, with inflation, as I mentioned, you're able to secure it at the lower rate. So you can save in terms of the rise in cost of college education, right? So the beneficiary must be a Texas resident. It can only prepaid tuition can only be used for an undergrad education, and it has a 3-year holding period before you can redeem the units. But tuition's units are paid in current costs, so you lock in today's cost of college, which can be a real benefit. So these really came along before 529, these prepaid tuition types of programs. The drawback is if you don't go to a Texas public institution, you can still use the money, but there's what's called the transfer value. So the value that you get may be less than if you saved in a college 529 plan. So if your child doesn't go to a Texas public institution, you still use the money, but the return may not be as good as if you saved in a college savings plan. So the first one is prepaid tuition. So that's different. So you're paying the tuition, different than what's called a 529 plan or a college savings plan, right? So this is different. And the college savings plans, the 529 plans, are by far the more popular type of college savings vehicle, because unlike the prepaid tuition, you can use it for not just tuition, but fees, books, supplies, computers, room and board. So quite a bit more. So almost all the cost of college. And then you can pick any of the 50 states plans, so you have flexibility on what plan you want to choose. So you can look at the ranking systems and then pick whatever plan you want to choose. So Texas is unique in that it doesn't have an income tax. And a lot of state 529 plans, like for example, Illinois and New York State plan, they have income taxes in the states, so you get state income tax deduction. So Texas doesn't have a state income tax, so there's no real tax benefits at the state level. The benefits are mostly at the federal level, is that you can use the money for college savings, so any earnings come out tax-free if used for college. All right, so looking at the college savings plan in Texas, has low-cost index funds, which are great, and has different types of portfolios, both age-based, so you can pick when your child's going to be enrolled and then in college, and then it'll just automatically the portfolio will automatically set and become more conservative when you need the money for college, so closer to the age of entering college. And then static portfolios look at your level of risk. So someone may be very conservative, so you can pick a portfolio that's more conservative, and someone may be more aggressive, you can pick something more aggressive. But keep in mind with college savings plans, there's a 10% penalty and ordinary income tax if you do not use the money for college savings, and that's just on the earnings. Okay, so what is the best choice to save for college? Is it the prepaid tuition plan, or is it the college savings plan? Well, it really depends. It's really up to you and your individual circumstances. So there's not a one size fits all approach to this. So if you know your child is going to go to a public institution in Texas, right, then maybe a prepaid tuition program would work. The great thing about the prepaid tuition, you don't have to depend upon markets and returns and so forth, right? You're locking in today's dollars of tuition. So someone who doesn't like risk, is risk averse, maybe a prepaid tuition would make sense. And then a 529 plan would be different in the sense is that you would invest the money and hopefully you would get a good return when you use it for college, right? But it gives you more flexibility in that you can go to, you don't have to use it in just Texas public institutions. You could use it in private and so forth, right? So there's more flexibility and you have investment choices and so forth. All right, so the choice is up to you, right? So it's best to talk to a financial planner, look at your level of risk and comfort, and then pick a plan that fits in within your goals to save for your child's college education. Be sure to reach out to me if you have any questions on both these plans or college savings in general. Hope you have a great day.